Hello, my name is Tara. I am your oracle and I am here for a reading. Today is Wednesday, which is Mercury's Day. We got the sun in Virgo, we got the moon in Gemini, so it's a very, very Mercury day. We have Mercury retrograde still happening, a lot of other planets still in retrograde. Jupiter just joined retrograde land, and Venus has gone direct. So let's do a reading. I feel pooped. I feel wired. I feel like confused a little bit. So that's literally like why I'm here. So we'll see what we get. We're going to start with the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And let's just get a single card from this deck. We'll read it from the book. We'll get some tarot cards. See what we got here. I think this is just going to be a little short reading, but you never know. They kind of go here. Like they just, all right. Let's see what we got. Okay, 12th house, introspection. We have Jupiter at the bottom of the deck. So that's interesting considering Jupiter just went retrograde. So retrograde vibes are high. So overall message so far right here, right now, we have 12th house, introspection. Let's read it from the book. Whoo, I'm going fast here already. I didn't feel like I had this type of bazinga in me, but here we are. 12th house, introspection. If your chart were a village map, the 12th house would be the quiet place. The sun is in the 12th house just after sunrise, a time for prayer, meditation, for dreaming our deepest dreams. The 12th house is your inner child's world, containing both the fairyland into which you might escape and the monsters that live under your bed. Action. Introspect. The situation is complex, so learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act. Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angles. Surprise angels. Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. The 12th house speaks of both who you are when no one's looking and the fact that your fate is inextricably linked to every other sentient being. Work with this metaphor. We are all cells in the body of the divine. It is essential that you take care of yourself, your individual cell, and you honor who you are. But you must also acknowledge that you work within an organism, i.e. your family and culture, which operates within the body of all creation. If you just take care of yourself and disregard the rest, you become a cancer that brings illness to the great body. If you don't deny your individuality, you can't do what you were born to do. Both realities are clear and true. You do exist independently and you are a part of the collective. It's just a perspective shift. It's impractical to get lost in oneness, whether in spiritual bliss or over-identification with your group, and neglect your individual health. But it can be spiritually painful to feel stuck in the isolated single-cell mindset. Spiritual practice can help you find a healthy midpoint between a disconnected, lonely state and a state of connection. Connection to one another, to a cause, or to the divine. Grounding helps you return to your personal path. Challenges. It can be hard to find a healthy place between feeling subsumed by a group and dwelling in a stunted isolation. The 12th house asks you to face your fears. Gift. In quiet moments of prayer, meditation, and creative bliss, feel that deep connection to the source and know that you are not alone. Okay. 12th house, interesting. Also, the chakras, I feel like are highlighted. So, Kundalini rising, ascension symptoms. I feel like that resonates a lot with how I feel today. It almost feels like I'm detoxing from something. And I feel like it's energy. I feel like it's like people. I feel like I'm changing, upgrading, growing. So it does feel it feels a little lonely. It feels a little wiry. And maybe that is like one, like I said, it's Wednesday. There's a curiosity in the air. There's a weirdness in the air. And I just wanted to get a reading to kind of get a feeling for it. But the focus on the 12th house is really interesting, and it just makes a lot of sense. So maybe you're feeling ascension symptoms as well. Maybe you're going through a change. The 7 of Cups, that's interesting and on point. I feel like there's a lot to be had, and it kind of goes hand in hand, like with this Jupiter card of like kind of like the abundance that is pictured, like the grapes, the pumpkin. What else is on here? The orange that's peeled. There's some type of like an apple, or it's just, there's wine. So like a little bit of like everything. Jupiter can make me think of the word gluttony as well, kind of like in the negative connotation, but it's kind of like overdoing something, overindulgent. And I feel like this society is very programmed towards overindulging in order to self-soothe the psyche, the mind, the body, the soul, to kind of forget about our fears and not really face them. Whew. Okay, so there's a lot coming up right here, right now. Yeah, look at even like this card makes me think of like celebration, like drinking, drinking too much, drinking like to ignore responsibilities. Okay, so right now we're all kind of being faced with this right now. It's like, what matters to you? What cups are you going to pick? What cups can you hold? What cups can you manage? What cups are you ignoring? There's a lot of options and a lot of movement. I feel like, especially with this Mercury emphasis. Mercury is the one god that is welcome in all 3 planes of reality. He's welcome in heaven, he's welcome on earth, and he's also welcome in hell. So that's a lot of, you have to have a lot of wit, you have to have a lot of intelligence, you have to have a lot of charisma in order to be welcome on all 3 planes. So I feel like our energy is just being stretched to grow and to be able to encompass either, or like have a wider range in our speech, in our thoughts, in our communications, in where we travel, in where we go. Oh, this is like deep. Like, this is like deep. So, yeah, stretching the mind. Wow. Talk about it. Talk about it. Like literally, what is it? Like pleasures of the body, pleasures of the mind. Like I said, sort of like overindulging and like checking out. Capricorn energy is earth energy. So I feel like there's also, even though I feel like this is a nod to what our vice, like, or nod to our vices, a nod to what rules us or like has control over us. But I also feel like it's a grounding energy. Like even the word sobriety comes to mind. So I don't know if you're dealing with sobriety, working on sobriety. The 7 of Cups makes me kind of think like that's going hand in hand. So there's like an encouragement to stay here, stay on earth, stay grounded. We even have Taurus at the bottom of the deck, so more earth. This is more of like, it can be a religious practice or spiritual beliefs or believing in someone or being the someone that people believe in. Oy vey. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Again, time is just ticking away over here. Wheel of Fortune, beautiful, amazing, perfect. That's kind of exactly, I feel like it nods to the ascension vibes that I'm feeling. There is a shift in collective. There is a change that is afoot. And anytime our world starts to shift, our reality starts to shift, it like feels uncomfortable. I was actually thinking today, like, I'm grateful for the discomfort that brings me closer to ascension or another level of ascension. My goodness. Bottom of the deck too, Cancer card. So it's emotional, it's triggering, and you might have the urge to want to check out. And I mean, that's in a number of ways, whether that's masking your feelings with, like I said, drugs or alcohol, or even food, like, again, Jupiter, abundance, kind of gluttony, food, sugar, sweets, candy, chocolate. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay. All right. Okay, Page of Swords. So again with the, it's like, that's air energy. That's like learning. Like I want to like encourage you to learn and question these impulses, these feelings that you feel in your body. Your body will tell you everything that's going on, but we're just not tuned in to listen to it or to hear it. So I feel like the Page of Swords is asking you to like get curious about yourself, about your emotions, about your fears, about what you like. With the, you know, Seven of Cups, it's like about what you really want in this life, what you really want to manifest, what you really, oh my goodness. And there she is, the High Priestess, and I have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck here too. Wow. Okay, so yes, this is spiritual. This is, it's spiritual and it's physical. It's your physical body giving you spiritual impulses, or I always say, or I truly believe that every disease that we contract or develop within our bodies is actually an emotional issue or problem that we try and stuff or forget. And it's just the message gets louder and louder until we cannot ignore it anymore. So with Page of Swords to the High Priestess, I feel like get curious, like question, learn your intuition, learn the impulses of your body, learn your body's messaging system, signals, get in tune, I guess, with yourself. And then back to the 12th house card, because the High Priestess makes me think of the 12th house card too. It's like to have both of these together, it's like balancing the spiritual and the physical, like taking your time away to be quiet and to listen to your body, and then still participating in the world, in a community. Okay, let's see what else here. Okay, Page of Swords tried, but let's see. Let's get a card that really just comes out here. Six of Cups tried. Come on, one card here, Spirit, a clear message. Let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune energy, these changes, system changes. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, the card is like so far away. Let's see if I can reach it underneath with my foot. I got it. Kicking the tripod over here. Okay. Okay, crazy. Dramatic here. Information overload is kind of like the first thing that comes to my mind, especially Page of Swords up. It's Mercurys Day. There's a lot of information. It's Wednesday. The sun is in Virgo. The moon is in Gemini. Both of those signs are ruled by Mercury. It's Mercury retrograde. So I feel like this is a time of like collecting data, collecting information, and then trying to decide how you actually want to move in the world, who you actually want to be, who you want to be tomorrow may have not have been who you thought you wanted to be. There's some type of, I think, enlightenment that's happening right now. And so that can be really dark. It can be really scary. And it could feel, maybe you're even experiencing like a dark night of the soul, which is like, it feels like depression. It feels like the end of the world. It feels like you can't go on. Maybe your body feels heavy. It feels drained. It feels dense. And like I said, I think this is just an ascension of sorts. So like, it's almost like a bow and arrow. It's like, in order to shoot the arrow, you have to like pull back the bow first. So there's always like this literally, maybe it feels like 2 steps back. It feels like you're going backwards. It feels like you're falling. It feels like you're failing. But in actuality, you're just getting information and getting ready to shoot forward, to catapult into another dimension, another world, another experience, another human experience. Okay, let's do 3 more cards here. Let's see what we got. This is just rolling right along here. Okay, crazy, cool. Justice. Major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. Lots of balance, lots of yin yang energy that I'm getting. Karmic retribution, karmic changes, karmic healing, healing the family bloodline, healing the family karma, like things working out in your favor, but the circumstances might not look like it. Wow, that's crazy dramatic. So yes, so now we have Virgo, and the High Priestess is like Pisces. It could be Cancer, but it's definitely, like I said, I have this yin yang balance. So you can't have light without dark. And okay, I'll give you an example. It just like hit me like in an appointment yesterday during a reading, as I was explaining to a client that forgiveness is one of the highest frequencies that we experience on this earth. That forgiveness like heals and changes like our trajectory, and it's just an incredibly magical thing to experience was when we forgive something or forgive someone. But the thing is that in order to experience that frequency, somebody has to slight us. Somebody has to do something wrong in order to need forgiveness. That's the balance of life. That's the introspection and being the extrovert. It's like, again, spending time alone and being reclusive in order to think and clear your mind and question yourself. But then once you do that, once you spend a certain amount of time, then it's time to get back out there and share that knowledge, share that information, communicate. Maybe it's write a book, maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a YouTube tarot reading. Like there's always a way in which it's time to use or share what our knowledge, our experience. Otherwise it's like almost pointless. Whew. Okay, let's get one more card here. Let's clarify the Wheel and the 8 of Wands. One more card here, Spirit. Oh, all of a sudden, doesn't want to talk, huh? Oh, that was the King of Swords, almost. But let's see, Spirit. Come on, one card. Let's make it for sure. Last time I said that, though, the card, like, shot across the freaking room. Never has it ever been that dramatic. All right. Oh, my gosh, look at literally where my freaking heart is. This is hella dramatic and hella crazy. So 3 of Swords, like, you're in a healing process. You're in a cocoon. Like, it's fine. I want to say, like, you're safe, and you are safe to go through your memory banks. Like, that's what retrogrades are, like, all about. It's about literally cleaning out the closet, like getting to the back of the closet, releasing, letting go, getting to the back of the closet and realizing that that t-shirt doesn't fit anymore. That jacket always looked terrible. Like, whatever it is, it's just like acknowledging the experience with it. Kind of like, I even get like Marie Kondo vibes. Like, I don't know if you know about I think it's Marie Kondo. She's like this super organizer and cleaner. And like, she says like, that you should thank the article of clothing, and, you know, thank you for maybe teaching me that I don't like spaghetti strap shirts. And so instead of holding on to it, it's just like releasing it and letting it go. And whether it's to the trash bin or whether it's to maybe a second home because you donate it, I'm getting that sense to do that with your memories, to do that with your emotions, to do that with your feelings, things that you've stuffed and masked and overindulged, or again covered and masked or buried with drugs, alcohol, video games, even scrolling on Instagram or on YouTube, just like mindlessly scrolling. And I think you are doing that. I think that that's why this looks like so serious. And I think that's why the 12th house came up first. Like, it's happening. You're going through, maybe even it's a spiritual awakening. That's like one of the simplest ways to describe it. A lot of people probably are awakening. I haven't really talked about that much because I feel like I've just come to understand that a lot of people aren't going to wake up, but maybe you're in the process of brand new waking up. Maybe you're just now understanding maybe what a Kundalini rising is, what Shakti energy is. Like, stay curious, research, read books, follow people that resonate with you, and look into people even that don't resonate with you, and ask yourself why they don't resonate with you. Knight of Cups, really interesting. Makes me think of like me kind of handing out a little cup of love. The Tower is underneath, and even the World is underneath that. So it is that serious. It is that dramatic. I think you really are going through it. And I think I kind of, because the superficial, sometimes Mercury can be dubbed as superficial. So because of like the surface air, I want to say like the surface, what am I trying to say? Like the way Mercury stays on like the top surface of things, that I kind of took this energy to be lighthearted, but maybe today is a mind fuck. Maybe while the moon is in Gemini, like you're really going through it. Like Gemini is the sign of the twins. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. That makes me think of kind of like sister-ish signs, even though they're not technically sister signs, because Virgo shares an axis with Pisces and Gemini shares an axis with Sagittarius, and ironically, those both are ruled by Jupiter. There's a lot of connections going on. And again, we're all connected, right back to the beginning of the card. Yes, you're an individual and you're having your own individual human experience, but at the end of the day, we are all connected. So my pain is your pain is my pain, my happiness is your happiness is my happiness. Whoo! Okay. Let's get a different kind of oracle card here today. I feel like that's what we're going to end on. So we're going to pull from the Untamed Elemental. I feel like these always have the most beautiful, enlightening, well-timed messages. So for the collective spirit, what can you share with us for our highest good and for the highest good of all concerned, spirit? This has been a pretty deep message so far. So what can you share from the Untamed Elemental? What can we know? What would wrap this up? This is the one. Manta Ray. Okay, we're going to read it from the book. I got wolf at the bottom of the deck. There's really a wolf. Okay, let's see if I can find this in the book now, because I always have trouble navigating this book. Manta Ray. There we go. Okay. Calibration. The Grand Manta Ray soars through the water and even catapults himself into the air with fierce strength. His ability to gracefully maneuver comes from a deft internal temperature regulator and exceptional navigation skills. Moving with innate knowledge, Manta Ray is perfectly calibrated for his environment. Manta Ray sightings beckon you to break free from the obstacles that hold you back and reconfigure them for your greater good. Manta Ray illustrates the importance of calibrating your life force so that you can experience more ease, grace, and freedom through the depths and surfaces of life. Shake off any negative energy that has accumulated on or around you. Make certain you are surrounded by positive, loving, encouraging relationships that reflect back your magnificence. Release anything that is draining your energy. Practice unconditional self-respect. These efforts will allow you to align with the natural flow and rhythm of life so that your time and energy are efficiently spent and you are more available for play and fun. Balanced. When this energy is balanced, it's playful, energized, in touch with your body's innate wisdom. Damn, dude, these hit the nail right on the head. Okay, imbalanced, drained, overexertion, unnecessarily cautious. to bring into balance. Find joy in simplicity and freedom in the complicated. Okay, that was hella on point for a number of reasons. The catapulting into a new reality, I feel like the shaking off of negative energies and entities. Like I said, this day has felt like a detox to me. It feels uncomfortable. Detoxing is really uncomfortable. I don't know if you've ever quit any drugs or gotten off any, but it does not feel comfortable, and it is not a rainbows and butterflies experience. It's actually really painful if you're, depending on how into a certain drug or even an alcohol. Alcohol is actually not something that a person can safely just quit doing, actually. Like, it's something you have to wean off of. So this is really deep. It's really intense. I'm thankful that I came here because, like I said, I felt uncomfortable, and this is a way that I can share my energy or also like kind of get answers is when I do a reading like this. So I definitely got a lot of answers about why I feel like this, and also, like I said, we're all connected, and so I'm tuned into what collective's feeling sometimes, and I don't understand it. And so today I didn't understand it. Like I said, I was kind of more on a superficial level of like, oh, maybe people are overthinking, maybe they can't really find their words, like kind of Gemini, Virgo energies, but it's a lot deeper than that. There's a big wave of ascension and change, and it's really crazy. It makes me feel super emotional right now, which is, again, I have been underestimating the intensity and depth of what collective is feeling right now. So no matter what you're going through, I want you to know you are safe. If you can see this video and you're watching this video, I'm telling you, you're safe. You're protected in many ways, and you're going through a catapulting experience. The bow is being pulled back, so it could feel like you're falling or failing or, you know, digressing, but you are getting ready to shoot forward into a different experience, a different reality, whether it's in career, love, however this falls for you. Deep breaths are synthesizing, and deep breaths are a way that we can tell our body we're safe. Most of us are breathing shallow in the chest, and so that puts your body in fight or flight, and a lot of us are like perpetually in fight or flight mode. So remind your body that you're safe, affirm that you are safe, forgive yourself, forgive others, affirm love, affirm self-love, affirm self-respect, maintain your boundaries that you're creating, maintain your self-discipline that you're practicing with yourself, and all is well. All is well. It's going to be okay. Big hug, big love. Okay, bye.